Hello and welcome to the first set of games for the 2024 MF Alumni FFL Draft Pick Choice Tournament. We're going pretty bare bones this year since it is already August. We are in the thick of draft season now. If you're a sicko like me, it's been draft season for 5 months already, but for most of us, this is about the time we start remembering that football's happening soon. So welcome back. Football is nearly here. We're about a month away. We've got 20 games to get through to figure out what our draft order is going to be. So taking a look at the bracket this year, we've got our reigning Sacco, I suppose, Preston as the 1 seed, all the way down to our reigning champ, Rob, with the 12 seed. So here's the bracket. Hopefully that's big enough to be visible. If not, we'll deal with it. Today we're going to try to get through all 4 of these round 1 pre-quarters, if you will, matchups. Myself versus Joe S. first, followed by Jacob and Rob, then Gibby and Crayon, and closing out the night with Sprite and Adam. So these folks here in round 2, not going to get to see your team yet, coming soon. But with that, let's take a look at our teams, I suppose. So this is game 1, me versus Joe, 49ers versus Chiefs, so a rematch of the real-life Super Bowl. But in our sense of accomplishment, it's a rematch of the 4th and 5th place teams from last year. So over on Joe's side, the visiting Chiefs here, we've got sticking with his own team QB, Patrick Mahomes with the 99 overall. Running back wise, we got Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Ezekiel Elliott, and Chuba Hubbard. So that should be some mix of pretty star-studded roster at running back. And I think just to show behind the curtain a little bit, in Madden 24, that's the game we're using this one on, power running seemed a lot more effective than elusive running. So Chubb and Henry, very good ones to have. That should be an advantage with air and ground with having Mahomes and the Kansas City playbook and Chubb and Henry. So look out for Joe's team to make some noise in this tournament just off that alone. Receiving options, we've got Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, and Adam Thielen. We've got the best jumbo set in the tournament with Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, and every now and then we'll see a sad TJ Hawkinson not really seeing the field much in this tournament. Of course, at defense, we got the Chiefs, and at kicker, we've got Chris Boswell of Pittsburgh Steeler fame. Over on my side, the 49ers, we've got reigning MVP Lamar Jackson, so no slouch there. Threat on the ground, which should be fun and interesting, hopefully. Running backs, I've got Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, Breece Hall, Rico Dowdle, and Roshan Johnson. I expect that'll be mostly Mixon and Swift that we'll be seeing. If things go south early, I may have to switch, see if I can get Breece Hall in this. I don't know if he would actually be better, but I don't know. We'll play with it. Fullback, I think I'm the only team rostering a fullback here. I've got Kyle Juszczyk. Wide receivers, we've got CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown is our main trio with Chris Olave, Odell Beckham, and Kevontae Turpin, who was rostered purely for his kick return abilities. Closing out the wide receiver group, we'll see if Turpin makes an impact at kick or punt return, or if that was a waste of a roster slot. Tight end, we got Darren Waller and Dalton Schultz. Defense, of course, the 49ers, and kicker Daniel Carlson of Oakland, of Las Vegas Raiders fame. So, yeah, let's start loading up this game, and I can talk about league changes that will make these years, or these teams year to year look a little less familiar, I guess. So I think, 12 minutes, 15 seconds is what we always do. Oh, I meant to, see, I almost did it. I meant to switch up the rosters. I can't talk and do things at the same time. The jerseys, that's the one. I wanted to go with some fun here, and we'll do, what, is Color Rush still a thing? Do we still have Color Rush as an option? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, let's do Color Rush for the first round. That's fun. Everyone loves a bit of Color Rush. We could do all white Color Rush or all black Color Rush. Both of them are in contrast to the red, so let's go with the white. Okay, now let's get into this and then talk league changes while it loads in, I suppose. While we also check our levels to see if the commentators are loud enough compared to me yapping away over here. So a big change, which will change some of the familiarity year to year. I believe we did ratify maximizing 3 straight years of keeping players. So our 4-keeper league that had us getting pretty similar looking rosters year to year. Now there's a cap on just how many years you can keep a player. So yeah, this will be the end of my reign with CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown, for example. But we'll get some more churn across everyone. Probably good for the health of the league, health of the draft, that sort of thing. So I welcome that change. Should be fun. But that also means last time we see some of these signature players with these signature teams. But yeah, as a oh my god, I forgot to do. I really did it twice. I really did it again. Okay, this is not gonna work. I wanted to do quick presentation too. That's the thing I forgot to do. So yeah, false start like there always is in the first one of these things because I am incapable. Let's get on with it. Come on now. Need to wait for the kickoff before I can exit out. But yeah, what I was going to say was I probably am not going to talk too much during these. Probably just going to let them run for the most part. Like I said, pretty bare bones. Trying to get through a lot in a little bit of time. And also, you know, not stress myself out with trying to do too much. We're all busy. We all got lives, right? Right. So, eventually, it'll let me pause, I hope, one of these years, and I can restart this game with the actual quick presentation mode going. That helps keep the game times down. Oh my god, when can I pause? How many times do I have to hit this button? Someone tackle him. I'm gonna feel so bad if I get a... There we go. I was like, if I get a touchdown on a game that I have to restart, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay. We're getting there. Third time's the charm, right, guys? 49ers at home. Chiefs away. Chiefs in color rush. 49ers in color rush. Middle out. Quick presentation. And then the 12-5, or 12-15. Okay, this one's for real. Now we ride. It is a pretty hot late I'm much louder than the game, aren't I? I'm going to bring myself down a bit. That feels a little better. Well, hopefully I didn't blow your ears out too bad in the first go-through. Alas, kickoff. Good luck, all.
As it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. KC's offense ready to take over. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start.
And that is caught for the touchdown.
Joe striking first,
Kansas
big touchdown.
City.
Congrats,
Terry
Joe. We'll see if my team can bring it back here.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. On the option right is Jackson. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It was Brian Cook who made the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one too low.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Fielded at the 33. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 32 on the play. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and worked their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They go play fake. Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. There he goes left side. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 19-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Jackson now. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson now off the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Jackson. Caught on the slant. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Swift will score. Touchdown, 49ers. And the
that's one
touchdown
way that's a bad.
3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mahomes firing complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Devontae Adams. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Jackson. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, 49ers. A.J. Brown, 69 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-17. scoring the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to Waller. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a couple. And Jackson throwing once more. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now San Francisco will call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. To throw again is Jackson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he missed it. It's no good.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out
Okay,
of bounds.
only 4-point difference here at halftime.
So we've reached halftime.
Joe's team
with the
definitely
visiting
looks stronger,
Chiefs
but
on top.
4 points is only
As
4
we send
points.
you cross country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is
Second
there.
half we
Has our
ride.
EA Sports halftime report.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Here's Jones, dancing away at the 35.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw.
Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Just wide open in the corner of the end zone, no problem.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Jackson.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They run wide side with Henry. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey.
All right, now we're getting out of hand here.
29
Take it easy.
yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating
what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners get a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Running from the gun with Henry. Busts through the tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 1. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as the tackle made down at the 33.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now on first down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On first down, Mahomes.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This will go to Henry out wide. Touchdown! Derrick Henry, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the officials here Going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Henry again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
This is a pummeling. Like I said, though, I think Joe's team has the sauce to make a deep run in this thing.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And Chubb is in for a Chiefs touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Once again, we got to get involved. This is where you step up. it takes. I'm getting it. Come on now. Let's get rolling. Let's get something going. You know, right now, it's game time. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Every day, let's do it with you. Every day. That's a good one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Jackson on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jackson on first down.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Michael Dana
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In motion right goes Adams. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And Henry gets the call there on first down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Henry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these
All right, we'll call that a rather unceremonious loss for myself out of the main or out of top 8 contention. Take a look at the bracket. We've got Joe moving on forward to face Preston in the next round, and myself dropping down to what they've now supplied for me, an extensive play out to every place match on this thing. So congrats to Joe. Moving on to take on Preston in the quarterfinals. I will be dropping down, and I'm going to cut this recording here and then pick it up again very shortly.